a shame. It's just it's been
rich people
monopolized.
make the fucking rules, then rich people are going to benefit.
Yeah, and it's always going to be like that. Like, and it'll keep happening like that, and not just in the music industry. In every industry where they can get, look at Disney, right? Like Disney owns practically everything now, and they're going to set their own rules. Anybody that's trying to come up on Disney, look, he's rocking a Disney cup right now. Anybody that's trying to come up in Disney, they can be thwarted by Disney, you know, and prevented from getting to that point. Also.
Okay, here's the other thing. Disney's a monopoly too, by this definition.
Yes, they are.
Look at all of the massive franchises that are pretty much the only thing in theaters besides, you know, people who really have to stick their necks out to get.
Yeah, wait, because I want my stock to go up.
Everything's owned by Disney now.
No, I was adding to what you're saying. I was saying, yeah, because I want my stock to go up. Damn it! So they need to acquire more businesses so I can make more money because I hold 100 shares in Disney and I want to go further up.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Oh, but it's so true.
So they need to buy all the corporations. No, you know what? And I'm guilty of this because I've day traded. I remember when I owned a Disney stock, I made a lot of money from it because I was like, fuck yeah, they're buying Marvel. Let me buy more Disney before that purchase goes through because they're going to get it. So I was that asshole, like hoping like, yes. And then I realized, though, this is actually fucked up. I was like, because now I'm part of the system. I'm part of the whole corporate side of things. Right. And I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, yeah, it's nice I made 10K, but now we have shitty Marvel movies now. So I guess that was a horrible sacrifice, right?
The Marvel movies are awesome. And if people think that they're shitty, I no longer trust their opinion.
The newer ones suck. Sorry. I don't care. The new ones are shitty. Yeah.
The what ones?
I think the newer movies.
This is exactly what we were talking about earlier. The alternate opinions. When one company owns everything, there can only be one opinion, and it silences the voices of the people who have a problem with it.
Yeah, this is better than that. Well, they're the same company. Fucking Nintendo and Sega owned by the same fucking company, dude.
They are,
and Disney owns Rotten Tomatoes.
But so there's this big competition. This big competition between these two. This one's better. This one's better, and they're like, I don't give a fuck which one you think's better because we're all getting the money. That's right.
Dude, it reminds me of
argue
like
all you want.
I'm taking it back to wrestling, but it reminds me of like WWE has Raw and SmackDown. They're two shows and they make them compete against each other every year. And it's like, dude, these are your own fucking shows. Nobody cares who wins.
Raking it in, dude.
Yeah, you own both of them.
Yeah, when Star Wars is competing with Marvel.
Yeah.
Disney wins.
I know. Yeah, they must.
That's why you acquire everything.
I mean, but as like I said, I was a stockholder of Disney, and I remember being excited about that because I was like, oh, fuck, I know about this inside thing they're going to be doing. I felt like that. All the investors,
back when being a Marvel fan was like a nerdy thing.
And I was like,
in the zeitgeist.
Yes.
it's just a crazy thing to think about. You know, I had to get out of that because gets very toxic, and you definitely your mind starts warping if you get too much of that side of things. I think you need to understand all of it. It goes back to the balance side of things. You need to have a balance of everything. You need to understand what's going on. You need to be aware that it's there. How you got to use it responsibly, I guess.
But yeah, don't be consumed by it.
Don't be
exactly. Do you guys know?
Break your brain.
Don't be.
Do you guys know if Live Nation is a publicly traded company?
Yes, it definitely is.
Okay,
it should be.
So
I think it is.
I mean, if Live Nation is a publicly traded company,
let me check.
Everybody has the ability to invest in the company, right? And this is taking it a step further. But it does allow for the opportunity for people that are not making direct money off of Live Nation, even the bands that use them, to invest in the company and make other money from a different source from the same company, right? So like when things become publicly traded, it's different than it just being a private organization that you cannot get any money out of, right?
It's on the New York Stock Exchange and it's LYV. So yeah, it is a publicly traded company. So
it does provide you with the option to be a part of the money making scheme with them, which I mean it's hard for me to like hate on it completely because of that. I think monopolies are bad, and I think the government should shut them down.
But think about it like this, champ. Think about it like this. So I was just talking about with someone the other day. How many people actually buy stocks and invest because they're scared to not do it? And I've always I remember when I was into it, I used to try to convince people like, don't be scared of it. Like, do it, because this is how rich people get rich, is because they keep buying shit and holding on to it like stocks. So they can demand companies to go higher. So that's where you get this. But like Wade was saying, you get consumed by it too at the same time, because it is scary, because when you see that dip, people sell, and they always do this through the news. They always scare people out of stocks. They always do it every time, so the rich people can come in there, buy for cheap, and then everybody sees it go up, and then they all buy into it. And then that's why the rich people hope for them to acquire other businesses, because they're like, if they acquire more businesses, means more value for the stock, meaning I'm going to make more money. So even when I say rich people, I'm talking about like the people that are only making maybe $800K a year. That's still a lot of fucking money. So
if you are enjoying these clips from our full podcast, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on all those notifications so you don't miss out when we go live on Sunday, which is always the same time at 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. And if you can't catch it there, we're also on Spotify and future streaming platforms in the future, because that's where the future takes place. I don't know. Just hit subscribe, guys.